Okay, this is part 3 of Mission 8 of Dishonored 2. This is going to be a pretty short one, just going to finish up the mission. Only a few more things left to do. Sorry, let's get started. I think I fixed the issue with the OBS that I had last time. Just I didn't have the screen scaled correctly, but I think it's fixed now. Sorry about that.
Could I interest you in a game of cards later?
I didn't do anything to you!
Forgot this bone charm. Pick that up.
What?
Help! Help me!
One more complaint, I'm just going to...
I should just work a double shift.
No,
I'll have to listen to
please!
him tell me about how good it was under the Duke's father.
I don't even like to hear them talk. They're called lower class for a reason. Low, lower, lowest. And the smell.
You know,
What a day. The dinner service was late, the
Somebody's not
bathwater was
feeling
too
well.
warm, and...
when I was trying to get dialogue for my Aristocrats video, I waited for hours to try and get someone to say that line. I couldn't get it. Made me so mad. Lowest. And the smell.
The tea's too hot.
Don't really come over here too often. It's a nice little area. This little labyrinth maze-like garden thing. Yoink.
What?
Put in a request for new boots, and what did I get?
That'll be just the theme.
There's really not a whole lot of reason to go for all the coin, because there's not a whole lot you can do with it. There's only one more mission. But, you know, if you're a completionist, it's something to do.
What would you do if you were the Duchess of Serkonos or some other ruler? The Queen of Morley or even
Should
the
I
Empress?
trust someone?
More of what I already do. Screwing, eating fine
Whatever you
meals,
need,
smoking the
I can't
best
help
Haverweed. And when I wasn't doing that, I'd be buying exotic furniture from Tivia, having my apartments redecorated.
So you wouldn't really change much.
No, of course not. What's the point of having power if you can't just do whatever you want?
Help! Guards! Someone!
This is looks like a little opium den over here. Well, it's not my fault, I think.
It's impossible to get good help these days. Sometimes I think I'll just do it myself. But then again, I have such a twingy bag.
Oh, God. Brother, shut up.
Whatever you need.
Lots of money. Right. Patience aplenty for Hypatia's return. A rare piece of welcome news today, fellow citizens of Karnaga. Dr. Alexandria Hypatia has returned to us. For months we have endured uncertainty about her safety and whereabouts, dark speculation and endless runaround from the Grand Palace. When Duke Abel closed the doors of Adamire Institute, it only served to raise our concerns about Hypatia's situation. But let it not be said that the Silver Spike reports only on ill winds. It seems that all is indeed well. Dr. Hypatia has confided that she suffered of late from an exhaustive derangement which kept her from her medical duties. Now on her way to a full recovery, she sends word that, though she is temporarily working away from Adamire, she will give free consultation to anyone in need. Appointments can be made at the offices of the Miners' Family Committee. That's nice.
I wonder if the rumors are...
Sure reeks. Gotta get a spare uniform.
Come here. Okay, I realized I missed a painting in Delilah's chamber. Which... At least, I think I did. Already got the rune.
I remember sneaking out of my room, listening to my mother play for my father.
There it is. Sorry about that.
Tivia are twice what we make here.
Weeks of puking up hardtack on a ship just to freeze your ass off in some northern port? Besides, we make more here in Karnaca with on-the-spot taxes and fees.
Maybe. It is nice having discretionary jurisdiction here. Less paperwork. But think about it. No blood flies, no howlers.
You don't think they have gangs up in Tivia? It's dark for half the year up there. Trust me, you're better off here.
Alright, so speaking of gangs, I mentioned a couple times in my gangs video that a lot of the gangs that are in these games are, at least seem to be partly inspired by some of the gangs, real world gangs in 19th century street gangs, and I'm embarrassed to admit I just recently found out. Actually, the most prominent gang in mid-late 19th century New York was called the Wyos, and their unique feature was that they would sort of announce their presence with these owl-like calls, whistles or whatever. That sounded like Wyo, and I thought that sounded, a lot like the Howlers. That's how the where the inspiration for the Howlers came from, because they kind of do the same thing. Anyway. Note to kitchen staff. Kitchen staff. See to it there's more caviar. Last night it was gone in an hour. Also, as a guest complained that the usual accompaniments were arranged sloppily, and that there were too few of those little round crackers to accommodate the crowd. Tonight I expect even more guests than at yesterday's gathering. We celebrate all this month in honor of Delilah, and so we must have good wine and plenty of it. I woke up this morning with a sick head because you served such a poor vintage from that backwater valley east of Sagunto. Good wine never gives me headache, no matter how much I drink. Another thing. Tonight we must have those tiny shrimp rolls and oil and some good cheese from the Northern Isles. And no more pestering me about the cost or shipping delays. I find the discussion disagreeable. Ducabel. Alright, let's go to the vault.
Let's see what Duca Bell keeps hidden away in here.
Alright, another jeweled map.
This must be the Duke's vault.
Alright, I don't think there's anything to inspect here. Got flowers next to Delilah's picture. I assume she's basically just kind of enchanting him the same way she did Arnold Timpsch.
Delilah Copperspoon.
And here's the abandoned secret tunnel that we just read the note that it's constantly getting flooded because of poor design.
When this plays, check.
This is the thing Ashworth made to hold Delilah's spirit.
Overheating. Stop all that.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will you be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
don't know how I can do this. You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into nothingness.
So it's done. Now to take Delilah's soul back to Delilah.
What is this? The heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
Jessamine is gone at last, faded into nothing. Her reward is peace. You will never gain back what you lost here. You're alone now. I'm your only family. I inhabit two impossible places at once. A prison of dead flesh, after a prison of bones. You will take me back and die at my hands.
You know, it's funny. There's a lot more gold here than there is in the safe room, in the reserve in the beginning of the game. If Ramsey wanted to bring his family back into power, he should have come here. So here's the gazelle ornament from the top of the carriage where Megan/Billy broke it off and jammed it into Rodana Sibel's eye, so he still has that.
Why would the Duke keep this old thing?
There's a clockwork out there.
If this plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil.
Arc pylon, so we won't go out there. Alright, I'm really good at getting stuck in this spot, so bear with me. See if I can do this. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I don't know why this game insists on giving me all these rewire tools that I can't use. Give me sleep darts. Stun mines. Okay, well, if you come here at the right time, these two are together. They have a little dialogue about they're looking out on the bay and they're talking about whales. And one of them says, you know, you don't see whales this far south. They prefer cold northern waters, which we know isn't true because we've seen them. And then the other the other one says, "Oh, I saw some, but not now." So hopefully that confirms some of the things I said in my whales video. Not everything I said in that video is true, but hey, hopefully some of them are. Alright, this is the last area to visit, I think. This little back garden deck area. Now, in some configurations of this mission, the body double is out here on this deck, and he's painting, and he's painting a wolfhound, and he's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty accomplished artist, and it's a pretty decent painting of a wolfhound. Unlike Luca, who is terrible, and supposedly, I don't know if this is a possibility or it was and they took it out, but there's supposedly a state where the actual Duke, where Luca is out here, and he's painting a wolfhound, and of course it's terrible by comparison. And supposedly he got so frustrated with this terrible painting that he shot the animal out of frustration. So, I've never encountered that state. They're usually either one of them is usually up in the chamber or in the office, but supposedly that is a possibility. Okay, that's actually everything, I think. So we can go ahead and get out of here.
There. Now to wait.
Apparently, I noticed that something you can do is in the low chaos cutscene. After that, the body double Armando still sticks around, and you can actually go ahead and kill him after that, and it'll say body double assassinated. But when you get to the end, you finish the mission, it still says that you did the low chaos option. So, oops.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the Dreadful Wale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne, and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Let's set out.
Let's go.
All right. As you want.
All right, 2 kills. I have no idea where they were. I'm sure they were accidental. Very assaulty. Runes, shrines, all the bone charms. Not too bad with the coins. Special actions. Yep, alright, that's it. That's it for Mission 8. So since this is a shorter video, I thought I'd go ahead and read some of this extra content. And if you pre-ordered the game, which I did not, because I generally do not pre-order games, you can get this Imperial Assassins pack with some extra content, and you'll find in your cabin on the Dreadful Wale a few things. There's some extra bone charms and a Serkonan guitar, and this book. Goodbye Karnaca, A Musician's Farewell. So I obviously don't have it in my playthrough, but I'll just go ahead and read through that transcript right now. 12th. Well, it was pure luck, but I managed to get myself passage to Morley aboard a decent ship. The Dreadful Wale, it's called. Is that a mistake? Shouldn't it be the Dreadful Wale, like the sea beast? I didn't want to risk pointing something like that out to the captain, that Foster lady. She looks like the sort to dump a disagreeable passenger overboard without a second thought. 14th. Goodbye, Karnaca. I won't miss you. Times are getting bad there. I don't know what's more unbearable, breathing mine dust all day long or hearing the constant ramblings of Duke Luca Abel over the street speakers. Every bar I played in, some drunk asked me to sing a song, either making the Duke sound like a hero to the people, or the opposite, the worst villain in a generation. I got sick of it pretty fast. It'll take a few weeks to get to Morley, give or take some days depending on the currents and winds, but I appreciate the company of Captain Foster and the other passenger, a Tivian scholar, I think. I try to help out around the boat as much as I can, cooking, cleaning, and repairing stuff. Playing the guitar for them at night. I hope they don't throw me to the sharks when they find out I'm dirt broke. I won't be able to pay my fare when we reach Morley. 19th. Morleyan food seems to suit Captain Foster. She likes the way I use lots of sugar and toss a shot of whiskey into all my recipes. Even if she groused at the end of the week for how many of the supplies I'd gone through. 24th. Spent the night on the deck with Megan and Anton, though he slept in a chair nearby wrapped in a goat hair blanket that looks like it hasn't been washed since it was on the goat's back. I played the guitar while Megan and I drank rum and whiskey, singing sad old Sir Conan ballads and giving silly names to the stars. She even hummed along with me when she got drunk enough, but mostly preferred just to listen. Said I have the same voice as someone she knew once, a long while back. Off and on I hear her playing the same old audiograph in her cabin, making me wonder if that's who she was talking about. Maybe I'm feeling jealous. 28th. What a fool I am, trying to kiss Megan down in the engine room. She didn't even yell, just smiled a sad smile, like you would at a child who still believes in night spirits. Tomorrow we'll reach Morley, and I'll disappear as quietly as I can. I've decided to leave her my Sir Conan guitar as a souvenir, and the only payment I can afford. I hope she'll forgive me, and that she'll find whoever she's looking for.